Hello, beautiful people. It is Emily from Heart My Body Fitness here to show you how to squat in 3 very simple steps. If you like this video, please comment on it, like it, let me know what you want to see more of, and please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. I really do appreciate it. Okay, so here's what's up, guys. The squat is an incredible movement that pretty much everybody should be doing, barring certain injuries. It is incredibly functional, meaning that it translates really well to everyday life. You probably already do it a lot, maybe not intentionally. Do you sit down and then stand back up? Do you ever go to the bathroom and sit down on the toilet? That's right. Yes. If you've answered yes to any of these questions, you have squatted before. It works most of our major muscle groups, burning lots and lots of calories, and you can add a ton of different varieties to it. So really, the sky's the limit when it comes to the squat. In my 8 years as a fitness professional, I have seen a lot of great squats, a lot of not so great squats, and hopefully we want to get you to the side of doing great squats. But what I've ultimately found is that there are 3 coachable mistakes that are oftentimes made when doing a squat. Now, you might be making these 3 mistakes or other mistakes during a squat because of other issues like muscular imbalances, but if that's not the case and it's just something where you need a correction, a cue, and then you can get into good form, that's what today's video is all about. So the 3 super common mistakes that I see being made are as follows. Number 1, an excessive forward lean. Number 2, bending your knees before hinging at your hips. And number 3 is letting your knees cave in at any point during this squat. What I'm going to show you today are those 3 simple mistakes, how to fix them without equipment, and then how to fix them with very minimal equipment. I'm also going to give you some cues that you can be thinking of so that your squats are perfect forevermore. Let's talk about how we can fix these problems. This is the good squat. I'm performing this at Olympics Fitness in Long Beach, my gym that I love so very much. You can see that my chest is lifted up nice and tall. I've got my hips hinging backward. And when we go to this other angle, you can see that I've got my feet parallel hip width apart and knees in line with my toes. Okay, now for the not so good stuff. This is the excessive forward lean. You can see that it almost looks like I'm leading with my chest, like I'm dropping it down toward the floor. This might look similar to a deadlift, but remember that the squat and the deadlift are different exercises, and with the squat, you want to keep your chest lifted. Well, my, isn't this an attractive move? This is where I have bent my knees before pushing my hips back into that squat. Because I haven't pushed my hips back yet, I don't really have any room for my knees to go anywhere, and you can see this lovely outcome. The third and final mistake is knees caving inward. You can see that my knees are not staying in line with my toes, and this really makes me cringe for the health of my knees. So if you've accidentally been doing any of your squats, like this one, or like that one, guys, you might as well be doing this because that is how effective your squats are going to be. The first step on the path to a good squat is to drop the weight and perfect it with just your own body weight first. If you are doing an excessive forward lean, I recommend that you think about having a Superman or Superwoman S on your chest. If you've got that going on, you do not want to hide it, so show off that big ol' S and keep your chest up. Also, you can place your hands behind your head with your elbows pointing out to the side and draw your shoulder blades nice and tight together. Another way of doing this is to use a dowel like I'm demonstrating, or a broomstick, or any sort of stick really. Place it behind your shoulders, hold on to it with your elbows drawn back, and that will also help. If you have a tendency to bend your knees before you make that hip hinge, what I have to say is pop that booty back. That's what I tell my clients. In the split second before you let your knees bend, push your butt back like you're reaching for a chair behind you. Or like me, and you can't dance, and that's really all you can do is pop your butt back. If that. You can see in that split second there, I am pushing my butt back before I bend my knees, setting myself up to be able to go into a deeper squat without hurting myself. What also helps is actually having a chair or a box like I have behind you so that you can reach your hips back towards something. If you are a knee caver inner, think about pushing your knees out during the down and up phases of the squat. More than likely, your knees will not push out too far, but they will align with your toes in the same direction, and that's ultimately what we want. Another thing you can do is use a band and place it just above your knees. I'm using the Mark Bell Slingshot in size small. It's a really strong band. I'm mildly obsessed with it. I have it linked up in the description of this video, so be sure to check it out. But you can use a lot of other bands that are available out there. There's tons of them. The band is going to force you to push your knees out in order to resist it. So there you have it, guys, the 3 super common mistakes that folks make when doing a squat. Remember, keep your chest lifted, show off that Superman or Superwoman S. Don't hide that puppy. Push your hips back into that squat before you bend your knees, and always try to keep your knees pointing outward in line with your toes rather than letting them cave inward. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. I so appreciate it. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So much more to come. Let me know what you want to learn, and I will see you next week. I love you. You love them too, huh? Say hi. Oh, no. Oh, she doesn't want to play. You're a good squatter, huh? You can squat. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye.